drugs and alcohol can ruin your life.
Stay away from drugs.
I see somebody, they said, yo, talk about how real it was back in, Like to wear polo and shit like to get fly, man. Nigga, you probably get chased by a whole school, man. You ever see somebody get chased by a whole school? One person, it's one person with 500 people chasing him for his coat. This the type of shit that used to happen in Brooklyn, man. Yo, at a split second, shit could get very real, man. You like, yo, where the fuck all these people coming from? What they looking for? Oh, they looking for... Get the fuck out of here. You better be on defense. Because them niggas is on offense, man. That's how a lot of dudes got their hands forced to shit like that, man. That's how a lot of dudes got their motherfucking hands forced, man. Like, you had a lot of good kids, man, that turned bad. Because of the environment. You had a lot of niggas who got their hands forced. Probably let it go. Got tied up. And caught a football number. Just because of a motherfucking split-second reaction. You know what I'm saying? Split-second reaction. Motherfucker whole life change. Cause the streets will force your fucking hand like that, man. The streets will force your fucking hand, man. I seen it happen to a lot of people, man. But like that polo shit though, man. Shit. That shit possessed people, man. That shit took over niggas' minds, man. Cause you had two type of people. You had the boosters that was able to get it. So they was showcasing all that shit. It forced everybody else hand to wanna get involved. And then when the demand grows like that, when you got more of a demand than the market could be fucking met, because you had everybody that want to get it, but they didn't know how to get it. They didn't know where to get it. A lot of people like, yo, they didn't even know where to start to get it. They just... Right. You just had a few people that probably knew, yo, it was at Macy's. Yo, they sell it at Macy's. That was about it. But all the other like part of the masses, they didn't know where to get that shit from. They just listened to the boosters. So a lot of people they had to follow the boosters. They didn't know where to get the shit from. We basically, brought that around. So the streets got their influence from like the fucking the boosters and the hustlers, of course, because only the hustlers was able to afford shit, and the boosters was the only ones that was able to get that shit, like 5-figure discount. And we did all the marketing for all these fucking big companies and shit like that, man. Basically, because people didn't know about none of this shit. And then, the more and more they see, these sprinkles of people coming through like this, then it's like, dudes is dressed like the mannequin. Dudes is dressed like the mannequin, man. They used to call me the human mannequin. Bitches in school. Human mannequin. It's crazy. So you had that, and then it's like, yo, you gotta worry about fucking niggas trying to jump on you. Like if you wasn't like trained to go, don't be rocking that low, man. That's like rocking low in the 80s was like a red dude going through a blue hood or a blue dude going through a red hood. You know what I mean? Like Crips go through a blood hood, like that type of like tension when you know like you going through like flagging all crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, dudes in the West, they can relate with that. Like, know what I'm saying. Like, you know it's on. It's like, yo, you know you drawing this attention to yourself. Niggas might press you. It's guaranteed certain places you're not going to be able to just walk all the way through the block, whistling Dixie, and niggas don't try to press you or send the air raid at you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be, man. That's how it was. Back in the 80s, just using that as a you know, like an analogy, you know, people could get it. It's like, you know, you go through like your enemy's hood. You flagged up, Star Spangled Bannered up, where the whole hood can see you. You know it's going to be some type of words. But you like, fuck it anyway. That's how I was in Brooklyn, rocking low. During this time, 80% of Brooklyn is violent. Like any street it can happen on. 80% of Brooklyn. That's a large percentage of like, because Brooklyn, you know, it's a borough. It's one of the, you know, biggest boroughs in New York City. And it has multiple neighborhoods, you know, within this borough. So you had a handful. I'm just excluding like the like say like the white hoods. You know what I mean? Where it may not been that active like that. You know what I mean? They had they politics, you know what I'm saying? Like the Italians and, you know what I mean, Jews, whatever like that. But I'm talking about straight up wild nigga violence. Street violence. That was like 80% of motherfucking Brooklyn. Large percent of Brooklyn was fucking was predominantly black. You know, black and Spanish. It was predominantly black though. And then you had like those white neighborhoods where it's like you know, you had the Bensonhurst, the Sheepshead Bays, Park Slopes, Brooklyn Heights, you know, Williamsburg, like those little 5 hoods right there, Sunset Park, 6, like that was like, you know, more white. Sunset Park was like, you know, Spanish, shit like that, but, you know, give or take. So, but everything else, all the other hoods is black. So when you going to school at, you know, they keep niggas with niggas, shit like that. But like they have like, you know, you could get like, go to different schools like outside of your zone. You know, you was able to pick your own high schools. Back then, it wasn't like zone schools. You was able, when we was graduated junior high school, it was like what trade you want to take up. They let us know which schools were into certain trades. You had certain schools that was like more like electrician trades. Then you had like automotive. Then you had, like, so they specialize vocational, specialize in different things. So you're like, oh, I might want to be this when I grow up. So let me start getting on this wave and going to these schools, So sometimes, like, you can live in a neighborhood and you have to travel from where you live deep in Brooklyn, like, all the way to fucking Manhattan. Or in some case, Queens, you know what I mean? Some cases even fucking Bronx, depending on what type of shit, you know what I mean? And it was crazy. You know what? I think about it now, man. Like, all the Brooklyn kids, like, they was sending out. Like, they had kids from Brooklyn going to school in Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, but never none of them was coming to schools in Brooklyn. That's wild, man. It was like they subconsciously was training Brooklyn niggas to be pirates. Getting on them trains that was like our boats across seas. That was, we was the pirates. Because nobody from Queens, Staten Island, Bronx, or Harlem went to my school in Brooklyn, went to South Shore. But Brooklyn, they set this everywhere. Motherfuckers was going to what's that, Tech? What's this shit? The shit that was DCEP headquarters. They used to call this shit printing. Park West, shit like that. That Martin Luther King. They was sending motherfuckers to Murray Bertram, motherfucking LaGuardia. They was sending niggas all over the place, man, for school. Outside of Brooklyn, man.